we have another video for you. This time, I want to try something new. It's a new feature, or new features, brand spanking new. I say brand new, about a week maybe? I can't remember the date, but it's pretty much brand new. But I want to do something that shows the reality of it, the truth of it, because every time we see a new release of a product, a new feature, manufacturers always do the video, and it's normally kind of in their environment and it's tested, so it's always bomb-proof. I want to.
What are you saying here? That they're not telling you the truth? Well, marketing, really?
I'd like to say they're telling the truth, but I'm going to prove that. So, Poly Studio USB. I've got one right here. We're using it right now. Version 1.3 is GA, and there is some features in there. There's some features that were already in there, and there's some new features as well, and I want to test them. And they're all live. They're all active right now. Okay? So the first one I want to test, and I might end up testing another as I do it, there is a feature that you can turn on right now. It's classed as a lab feature, so please bear with. But it's called presenter mode. And the idea being is if it's someone like me that can never sit still, camera should follow me. So let's see.
Are we going to get seasick? Go on, let's go.
I don't know. I saw a bit of movement then. So I'm going to take a step to the right. And the idea being is this camera, no matter what, should just follow me. So if you're like me and you talk and walk and you use your hands a lot, as you're walking around, the system should just follow you and the camera follows you. I don't care. I'm not spending tens of thousands of pounds on equipment. I've not got a cameraman. I've not got all this expensive kit. Or in other manufacturers, I've not got dongles and stuff.
I've lost your heat, man.
Oh, dude!
Yeah, it's just cutting your top of your head off.
Are we going to say that it's gingerist?
Well, we do know Poly has their issues, don't we?
So, lab feature, I'm going to give it a little, but the idea is, feel like a fraud saying this, but the idea is I've not got a cameraman, I've not got expensive stuff, I'm not wearing like an IR dongle that the camera tracks. Also, at the same time, it should allow me to step back out of its zoom range, but still focus on me and still track me. I'm like at 5 meters away, more than the spec sheet says. And I'm walking and I'm talking and I'm hoping that it's still following me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go wide, all the way over wide right, because I can't stand still. I mean, let's be honest, that's a big space for a presenter, but it could be. It could be on a stage. Who knows?
What happens if you run from one corner to the other?
I'm going to go really quick. Ah!
Oh,
I think it had a brave effort.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
So presenter mode, I'm going to leave that on because I kind of like it, and I don't have to worry when I start walking around.
Next feature. Available. That's available now if you've got a Poly Studio turned on in the Poly software. Absolutely.
So, but once you've got a Poly Studio, you can do this online, or you can use the Poly Companion app. I use the Companion app. Studio is USB into my laptop. Boot the Companion software. Go into the admin settings, and it's in the lab feature at the minute. Turn on. What's it actually called? Presenter mode. Presenter tracking. One or the other. Presenter. There is actually another lab feature in there, but I need a second person to show this, which I've not got. It's actually called conversation mode. So the idea being is if we were sat either end of this kitchen table and we were both having a conversation, instead of the camera trying to bounce back and forth, it puts us both in the shot with the line down the middle. Remember, like the old
yeah.
I've not got a second person to show you, which is a shame, but that does work as well. Again, another lab feature available today. That was actually available in the last release, I believe. All right, another feature then that is part of the system is noise block. That's been in since day one, I believe. But again, I've never actually played with it and tested it. The idea being is noise block, if nothing's happening and everything's quiet, any noise that's being made should just get gated out, okay? So I'm going to start moving this chair and scratching it along the tile floor and get told off, but see if you can hear it.
No. A little like kind of very beginning. There was a little bit of tiny noise, but then it's just, there's nothing.
Okay, really interesting. I've got end up with bread everywhere here, which could end up bad. I'll tell you what. Let's go through the kitchen. Tinfoil water works. Hang on, bear with me.
You've obviously gone out of tracking now because we've zoomed back to where you were.
Okay, so I've got a bag. Let's try a bag. So we tried the chair. Again, I'll stay quiet and let's see the bag.
Silence.
And did it go?
Yeah, it went. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so new in this release, I think it's this release, is now something called Noise Block AI. So Noise Block, as I said, when you're talking or when you stop talking, it will gate the system. So all the background noise, people rustling or whatever, just gets blocked out, basically, Noise Block. It gates it out, it shuts it down completely. Noise Block AI, what it does is it tries to discern voice to non-voice. And instead of gating the system, it will allow me to still talk, but then it will suppress the noise of the background, almost to the point where you can't hear it. Noise Block, as I said originally, will gate the noise. So if I was rustling and talking, it would block everything out because it was trying to block out the rustle and it would gate everything. AI should still allow me to talk, but you should not really hear. So I'll start it with a chair, I'll try it with a bag, and we'll see. I'll count to 10. That's probably as high as I can go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so you can hear every number bar 4, probably 4, 5, which was really quiet, but you could hear it. But you never got that loud chair moving, but you did get some noise.
Okay, and then I'll do the same again with the bag. Let's see what happens. This is a massive crisp bag. We'll give that a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Just sounds like you've got dodgy audio. You can hear everything you're saying, and you can hear that toned down bit of the bag being rustled, but you can definitely hear it.
Which is really interesting because I could barely hear myself.
Yeah, it's not like you were just rustling the bag and it was really loud. It was just another noise.
Yeah, and then to kind of prove this, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn that noise block off. Okay? So now I've turned noise block off, and I'll start counting. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll stop at 5 because I can barely hear myself. And I'm guessing that was a lot louder.
That was a lot of noise. It was a lot of bag noise. But I'll tell you what, just keep the noise block off and just move the bag a minute.
Okay, noise block off. Okay, so noise block is off.
There's no sound of the bag.
Even with it off?
Yeah. Nothing.
Well, I turned it off. It must just be that good.
There you go. Well, there's something going on, yeah.
That bag is obscenely loud, I'll be honest. Okay, so let's turn that back on. So that gives us noise block. Okay. Another feature then that I want to test, because I've never actually tested it, and I want to know what it does, is acoustic fence. Now I'm going to share my screen on this, just so I can kind of prove that it works to me and prove that it works to you. And you are watching. So as you can see at the bottom, I've got acoustic fence, and it's set to wide, 120 degree. Now that is the field of view of the camera. So what that's telling me is anything outside of that field of view, or outside of that 120 degree, acoustic fence should just block out, ignore it. Okay? That's the plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and stand at the side to the point where I'm almost at my 120 degree field of view, which is about here. And I'm hoping you can still hear me. So I'm going to count to 10, and I'm going to take a big step to the left. So I go outside of that window. Once I start counting, let me know if you can hear all the way to 10. Let me know what happens, because I can't see you no more on the screen. And I'll go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. That didn't
Okay, so I'm
stop.
back in. Nothing good.
No, that you counted to 10.
Oh, okay.
I love these tests.
I have no idea then, so let me try that. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to resync it. I don't know. I'll reset the setting. So I'm going to try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's worked.
So when did you lose me?
5.5.
Did you? Oh, did you?
Yeah, 5.5. You went.
Weird. Okay, so to prove then that it definitely did work, and I'm not just stopping.
Secretly
at 5.5.
not counting.
Secretly not counting.
2, 3.
What I can do is put it narrow at 60 degrees now. So the idea being, because the camera will still do 120, you'll still be able to see me counting. And I promise I'm not just going to start then miming. But let's see if it does it at 60, because I'll bring that fence in. So I'm going to say 60 is, let's say it's about here. I'm going to start here and I'll just start moving across. So 1, 2, 3.
Stops at 3.
And that stops at 3. Did you hear the clap?
No, I could see you doing the clap, but nothing, no noise.
Well, I tried to do something that was a visual sound. A clap was all I thought of. So actually really interesting. So I suppose the idea with that, and the reason I wanted to test this is, as we've said in other videos, video bars out there at the minute, there are a few of them, but when you look at the price and the ones making all the noises, this is up there always for being extremely cheap, extremely feature rich, and one of the best. And I wanted to prove that. I don't know any other that has things like this acoustic fence that we've just tested. Let me stop the share. I don't know any that has the noise block that we've just tested. I definitely can't think of any that does the presenter tracking like this. A lot of them will frame the active speaker and transition between speakers. A lot of them will frame the group, but none that actually just follows you around as you walk. Now, yes, it did lose the top of my head for a little bit, but it's a lab feature. Only So that's really interesting. So, a test in a lively kitchen with a lot of hard surfaces, and a dodgy DHL bag or whatever it is.
You just need some. You need some toddler or something playing full drum kit next to you, just out of the zone, and that'd be a perfect today relevant test.
That would have actually been amazing. I'm going to see who I can get. I'll try and
borrow a baby.
Borrow a baby. So I'm happy with that. I think there's some quality features. So yeah, let us know what you think. Tell us if you agree. Tell us if there's bits that you didn't like. If you want a demo, if you want to look at unit, give us a shout. Well, thank you very much.